Exercise 3.1, the very first question. Let us see the question first. Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also, 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Represent this situation algebraically and graphically. So let us see the solution for this question. First of all, we have to assume let the present age of Aftab be X, present age of his daughter be Y. Now, according to the question, 7 years ago, the age of Aftab was 7 times as old as his daughter. So we can write here that since the present age of Aftab is X, so 7 years ago the age of Aftab will be X minus 7. Since the present age of daughter is Y, hence 7 years ago the age of his daughter will be equals to Y minus 7. Now, according to question, it is already given 7 years ago the age of Aftab was 7 times. The age of Aftab 7 years ago was X minus 7. This age was equals to 7 times the age of his daughter. Age of Aftab 7 years ago was equal to the 7 times the age of his daughter. Now we can solve this equation. We can write here X minus 7 equals to 7y minus 49, or here we can write X minus 7y equals to minus 49 plus 7. X minus 7y equals to minus 42. So we got the very first equation. Similarly, we can find out the second equation also. Now let us see the next line. Also, 3 years from now. 3 years from now means after 3 years. Since the present age of Aftab is X, so after 3 years the age of Aftab will be, now again according to question, X plus 3. Since the present age of Aftab is X, hence age after 3 years will be equals to X plus 3. Similarly, age of daughter will be equals to Y plus 3. Now let us see the line again. Also, 3 years from now, the age of Aftab shall be 3 times as old as his daughter. So the age of Aftab will be equals to 3 times the age of his daughter. Now we can solve this equation also. X plus 3 equals to 3y plus 9, or X minus 3y equals to 9 minus 3. X minus 3y equals to 6. Now we got the second equation also. Now we have represented the given situation algebraically. After representing the given situation algebraically, now let us see how to represent the same situation graphically. For that, first of all, we have to draw one table. In the very first column, we have to write down X and Y. After writing X and Y, then we have to put the value of X in the given equation in such that the value of Y should be integer. So let us see. The first equation is X minus 7y equals to minus 42. First value of X I have taken 0. So here we have to put 0. 0 minus 7y equals to minus 42. Hence Y will be equals to minus 42 by minus 7. 7 6 are 42. So we are having Y equals to 6. Similarly, if we are putting X equals to minus 7, then we will get Y equals to 5. If we will put the value of X equal to 7, then we will get value of Y equals to 7. We are putting the integer values and we are getting the integer value. So we have to think about those integer value which we are putting in the given equation to get the integer value of the Y. Similarly, we have to do the same thing for second equation also. We have to draw the table. We have to write the X and Y in the very first column. Then we have to put the value of X in the given equation to get the value of Y. All these things you have already done in the previous classes. In class 9 you have already done. After making these two tables, then we have to plot x and y axis on the graph paper, and then we have to name them. Like towards the right hand side, this is the x axis. Towards the right side, we have to write all the positive value. Towards the left side, we have to write all the negative value. This is the y axis. Upward side, we have to write all the positive value, while the downward side, we have to write all the negative values. Now let us see the very first quadrant. X equals to 0, y equals to 6. Then the point will exist here. Second case, x equals to -7, y equals to 5. X equals to -7 and y equals to 5. Then the point will exist here. Now third one, x equals to 7, y equals to also 7. X 7 and y 7, then the point will exist here. After that, with the help of the scale, we have to draw a straight line passing from these 3 points. We will observe that we are getting a straight line. If you will draw this line on the graph paper, then you will get a straight line. Similarly, for the second equation also, we have to do the same thing. X equal to 0, y equals to -2. So the point will exist at this point. X equals to 3, y equals to -1. X 3, y equals to -1. So the point will be here. X equals to 6, y equals to 0. So the point will be here. Again, we have to draw a straight line. In both the cases, we are having a straight line. So we have represented both the situation graphically as well as algebraically also. Exercise 3.2. Let us see the very first question. 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost ₹50. Whereas 7 pencils and 5 pens together cost ₹46. Find the cost of 1 pencil and that of 1 pen. So let us see the solution for this question. First of all, we have to assume that let cost of 1 pencil be x, cost of 1 pen be y. Now, according to the question, cost of 5 pencils and 7 pens is equals to 50. Since cost of 1 pencil is equals to x, hence cost of 5 pencils will be equals to 5x. Similarly, since cost of 1 pen equals to y, hence cost of 7 pens equals to 7y. Now let us see the first line. 5 pencils and 7 pens means 7y. Together cost ₹50. The cost of both is equals to ₹50. So this is our very first equation. Similarly, we have to solve the second equation also. 7 pencils. The cost of 7 pencils will be equals to 7x, and 5 pens. The cost of 5 pens will be equals to 5y. Together cost ₹46. The cost of both is equals to 46. Now we got both the equations. 5x plus 7y equals to 50, while 7x plus 5y equals to 46. After getting both the equations, now we have to solve these two equations graphically. So let us see how to solve these two situations graphically. As I have already explained the previous exercise, how to solve the given equations graphically. So let us see this. After forming both the equations, the very first equation is 5x plus 7y equals to 50, while the second equation is 7x plus 5y equals to 46. Now we have to solve these two equations graphically. So first of all, we have to make the table for the first equation. Similarly, then we have to make the table for the second equation also. Just in the previous question, I have already explained how to make these two tables. We have to take integer value of x such that if we are putting these two values in the given equation, then the value of y is also integer. Similarly, we have to do the same thing for the second equation also. After that, we have to draw both the axes, x axis and the y axis. And we have to put the numbers on the right side, left side, upward direction and downward direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. Similarly, this side also minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10, minus 11, minus 12. Y-axis also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10, minus 11, minus 12. Now let us see the very first value. X equals to 10, y equals to 0. So the very first point will be here. X equals to 10, y equals to 0. Second one, x equals to 3, y equals to 5. X 3, y 5. So the point will be here. Next, x equals to minus 4, y equals to 10. X minus 4, y equals to 10. So the point will be here. Now we have to draw a straight line for passing through all these 3 points. When we draw these lines on the graph paper, then the lines must be straight. X equals to 8, y equals to minus 2. X equals to 8, y equals to minus 2. So the point will be here. X equals to 3, y equals to 5. X 3, y 5. Second point is here. X minus 2, y 12. X minus 2, the value of y equals to 12. So we have to take one more point, 12. Now we have to draw another straight line passing through these 3 points. Since both the lines are intersecting at this point, so this is the solution. Here the value of x equals to 3, while the value of y equals to 5. So here we can write x equals to 3, while y equals to 5 is the solution for these two linear equations. What was the x? X was the cost of one pencil. Hence we can write here cost of one pencil equals to rupees 3, while the cost of one pen equals to rupees 5. So this is the solution for this question. Question number 2, exercise 3.2. On comparing the ratios A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2 and C1 upon C2, we have to find out whether the pairs of linear equations are having the intersecting lines, parallel lines or coincident line. So let us see the very first question. 5x minus 4y plus 8 equals to 0, 7x plus 6y minus 9 equals to 0. Here A1 is equals to 5, B1 is equals to minus 4, C1 is equals to 8. The coefficient of x from very first equation will be A1. This will be B1. This will be C1. Similarly, we can write the value of A2 also. A2 equals to 7, B2 equals to 6, and C2 is equals to minus 9. Now we are going to find out A1 upon A2. Value of A1 is 5, value of A2 is 7. Now we are going to find out B1 upon B2. Value of B1 equals to minus 4, while B2 equals to 6. So here we can observe that since A1 upon A2 is not equals to B1 upon B2, because 5 upon 7 is not equals to minus 4 upon 6. Hence, they are having the intersecting lines. If A1 upon A2 is not equals to B1 upon B2, then the pair of linear equation will have intersecting lines. Now let us see the second equation. Here also we have to find out a1. The value of a1 is 9, b1 equals to 3, c1 equals to 12, a2 equals to 18, b2 equals to 6, while c2 equals to 24. Now we have to find out a1 upon a2. That will be equals to 9 upon 18, or we can say 1 upon 2. Similarly, we are going to find out b1 upon b2 also. That is equals to 3 upon 6 or 1 upon 2. Now c1 upon c2 equals to 12 upon 24 equals to 1 upon 2. Now here we can observe that since a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 equals to c1 upon c2, because 1 upon 2 equals to 1 upon 2 equals to 1 upon 2. Since a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 equals to c1 upon c2, hence the lines are coincident. If the ratio of a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 equals to c1 upon c2, then they will have a coincident line. Now let us see the third case. Here also we have to find out the value of a1, that equals to 6, b1 equals to minus 3, c1 equals to 10, a2 equals to 2, b2 equals to minus 1, while c2 equals to 9. Now we are going to find out a1 upon a2. That will be equals to 6 upon 2, or we can say 3. b1 upon b2 minus 3 upon minus 1 will be equals to 3. Now we are going to find out c1 upon c2, 10 upon 9. Here we can observe that a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2. The ratio of a1 upon a2 is 3, b1 upon b2 is also 3. So a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2. But both are not equals to c1 upon c2. Hence they will have parallel lines. If a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 but not equals to c1 upon c2, then the given pair of linear equation will have parallel lines. So in the very first case, this pair of linear equation will have intersecting lines because a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2. Second pair of linear equation will have coincident line because a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 equals to c1 upon c2. While the third pair of linear equation will have parallel lines because a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 but not equals to c1 upon c2. Now let us see question number 7 of exercise 3.2. Draw the graph for x minus y plus 1 equals to 0 and 3x plus 2y minus 12 equals to 0. After drawing the graph, then we have to find out the vertices of a triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis. After finding the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis, then we have to shade the triangular region. So let us see the solution for this question. Now let us see the solution. As I said, first of all we have to draw the table. In the very first column we have to take x and y. Then we have to take the value of x as an integer such that the value of y should also be integer. In the second case also I did the same thing. After making these two tables, then we have to draw the line for each equation. First value of x equals to 0 and y equals to 1. So the very first point will be here. Now x equals to minus 1, y equals to 0. So second point will be here. Now x equals to 1, y equals to 2. X equals to 1 and y equals to 2. So the next point will be here. Similarly, we have to draw the line for the second also. Here we can draw the straight line. We are having a straight line. Similarly, we can draw the line for the second equation also. X equals to 0, y equals to 6. So the very first point will be here. X equals to 4, y equals to 0. So the second point will be here. Now x equals to 2, y equals to 3. X equals to 2 and y equals to 3. So the next point will be here. Then we have to draw a straight line. After drawing the graph, then we have to write down the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these two lines and the x-axis. So first of all, we have to recognize the triangle formed by these two lines and the x-axis. This is our x-axis, this is the very first line, this is the second line. So the triangle formed by these two lines and the x-axis will be this one. So this vertex we can take A, this vertex we can take B, this vertex we can take C. Now we have to write down the vertices of this triangle ABC. The coordinate of this vertex is 2 and 3. So we can write here coordinate of vertex A is 2 and 3. Similarly, the vertex coordinate of vertex B is the value of x is -1, the value of y is 0. Similarly, C equals to value of x equals to 4 while the value of y equals to 0. So these are the vertices of triangle ABC. Now we have to shed the triangular region. This is the triangular region. Now we are going to shed this one. If suppose we are going to find out the area of this triangle, then how to find the area of this triangle? Area of this triangle we can find out by using the formula 1/2 into base multiplied by corresponding height. Here base we can take this one BC. BC is the base of this triangle. So the base we can take here. How many units are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units are there. So the base will be equals to 5 while the perpendicular height to this vertex is 3. This is equals to y-axis. Let us see here 3. So the perpendicular height is 3. So we can take here height equals to 3 while the base equals to 5. In this way we can find out the area of the triangle.